Okay, so I got the ATI FX Titan, and when I bought it, I knew what I was getting myself into. It's not a name brand, but I got it for $3.99 retail, brand new. It came with one magazine, an ACT magazine, and I knew when I got it home that I was going to have some issues that I'd have to work through. But being such a good price, I decided to give it a chance. So the first time I took it to the range, I got about 50 rounds through it before I realized, every other round was misfeeding, and I was having to clear the jams. So I stopped firing. I took it home, and I pulled it apart. And the one thing I noticed is, first of all, it was dry. It had no lubricant whatsoever on any of the parts. It was bone dry. But it also had like a rusty residue of dust all through the weapon, on all the parts. And I just cleaned it out really good. And then I got on the internet and I did some research, and I found that the first thing that you want to do is replace that magazine. The ACT magazine isn't any good, so I replaced it with a Wilson Combat magazine. And also, I was told that you should replace this recoil spring and guide rod. Let's see here. There we go. This you can replace. This is the one from the Kimber Ultra Carry, and it came with its own part right here, but this is from the original part, because the one that came with the Kimber Ultra Carry did not have this notch right here, so I just kept the original one of these. And so let's put that back in there. Between replacing the recoil spring and the guide rod and replacing the magazine with the Wilson Combat magazine and cleaning it out thoroughly and lubricating it thoroughly, I took it back to the range again today, and it was amazing, the difference. I still ended up with some misfeeds after I got about 75 rounds or so through it, so it just needs to be worked in. But for the most part, those three things: clean it really good, lubricate it, replace the recoil spring and guide rod, and replace the magazine with a high quality magazine such as a Wilson Combat magazine. So other than that, once I get this worked in, this is going to be a good weapon. And in the end, I spent $3.99 before tax for the weapon. I spent about $55 plus shipping for the recoil spring and the guide rod, and I spent about $37 on the Wilson Combat magazine. So all in all, I spent way less than if I had gotten a 1911 45 from, say, Springfield Armory, which is the one I was looking at, but I just didn't have the money for it. So I took my chances on this, and I'm happy that I did so. So that's that. Thought for the day is, instead of complaining about a problem, figure out how to fix it. And in the long run, you'll be a happier person. And that's that.